So we're missing something for a production step, and we're also really starting to miss some space. I'm guessing for the crude dough, we do have the kitchen table, right? Which is a bit of an issue, because we do need, like, a fully fledged building for that. Yes. Oh, and we need water. Oh my god, that is way more complicated than I thought it would ever be. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful little settlement out on this very, very distant, wild planet that we've been going on for a good bunch of episodes now, making a lot of progress, and, well, continuing to do so, most definitely, in today's episode. Last time around, we actually made sure to start using some of those products that we have coming off of the farm that we have set up right here a few episodes ago, because as you may be able to notice, these products are starting to stack up with no inherent use really in sight from these, so we do need to start making some use of these. And the first bit of use that we are making of them is that we do have some houses building right here, which do inherently need a good bunch of straw for the roofs. But there has to be more coming this episode, because as you can see, our cereal seed storage is overflowing, and our cotton storage is also overflowing. And both of these we can make some very, very valuable products out of to go and feed our settlers, make them happier, and go and boost our research even more. Aside that, we do also have a little bit of a problem here with all the, well, log harvesting, distribution mechanism and everything, because as you may be able to tell, we're absolutely out of logs. So we need to make some adjustments today. Maybe partially here to the production itself, definitely also in some other ways. I don't know, maybe like kind of somehow boosting the output. I'm not really sure how we're supposed to do that, because you can see everything's being used quite well. So we will have to see how to do that, but that is definitely another thing for us to go and take care of today, and probably the primary thing for us to go and take care of, because, you know, empty log storages are never a good thing. So we'll make sure to go and check that out. With that said though, before we do get started, if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to go ahead and smack that subscribe button right down below. It would really mean a ton to me. We're quite the small channel still, trying to reach that magic 1,000 subscriber mark, and every single person just really does a ton for that. So if you would feel like doing that for a quick second, absolutely free, please make sure to do it right down below. I'd really appreciate that a ton. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves right into the game. Now, I mean, looking at this a little bit, I do have to say I need to catch up a little bit on how in the world we are this low currently on planks, in fact, because, well, I mean, technically speaking, I mean, we do have a little bit of extra planks production pole production right here, but technically we shouldn't really be yoinking that much in terms of planks from here. I guess, yeah, we've got planks going into these buildings now as well, which does not really help. Now, on the other hand side, right, what we're going to do, which bot is doing, oop, stop, help, fertilizer, compost bin, research is done. What we are going to do, first things first, is we're going to say, stop this, you are going to go and repeat this until question mark full, and I'm quite sure that question mark is going to be this. So when this is full, we don't need any more pulls being output. Now I do hope, and this is kind of pertaining to a comment from a viewer below one of my recent videos that I yet have to answer, I do really hope that once the pull storage is actually empty again, or not full again, he does resume work, which is something that we need to find out about, because I'm not actually entirely sure about this. I had seen a viewer that had this kind of code, but then had a repeat forever on top of this, and was asking why his code didn't work. I was feeling that it was probably due to him having the repeat twice in there, but that is something I guess we'll find out today. I hope that the bot really resumes work once he's done. Now that said, let me go and take these materials off him real quick to make sure that he can get started right at the beginning. Now, he is not running, and he's not starting back up either, is he? Well, So, I get the point if why the viewer put that in. I guess it may then make sense to have that repeat forever going. What in the world is that? Oh my god. Okay, so, okay. The question is, what happens if it fills up in the meanwhile? That should work, right? He does that, he does this, he does that. Okay, he just keeps producing. We're going to monitor this closely because this was where it bogged out for the viewer. And now he does that again. I guess until it goes and empties out again. Oh, it is empty. No, produce something quickly. Yeah, so that works. For me, that works, which is good to know. I mean, I'm glad that you already put that comment in there, because it does really help me out a ton, I have to say. But unfortunately, I don't quite know why yours is bugged out like that, to be honest. Now, let me go and repeat the same thing for these guys right here, because if you all remember, we had set up something similar right here. We do need to make sure to repeat these things forever, so that, you know, they do try and observe that. Say like this guy here, for example. So that's a little bit of an adjustment, I guess, in terms of the programming. Those sounds are absolutely getting me mad, though. But yeah, so this... Oh my god, that's a lot of bots. But yeah, so this, we definitely need to adjust them. Okay. So, we have fixed our code. Thanks to that helpful comment, I will make sure to thank you personally in the comments. Thank you so much for that, but I'm still not sure why his code bugged out, unfortunately. Which, you know, we'll take a closer look again. If you do happen to listen to this very episode and wonder, you know, make sure to check it out. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll look out where the comment is so that you can go check it out and see if you can help him out with your knowledge, right? So... it is in episode 39 of Autonauts. Aaron, firstly, thank you so much for the comment and helping me out with my own faulty programming. Secondly, you know, if you guys are interested in helping Aaron out, go hop into episode 39 and check if you can go and give him a hand. Because, oh, you know, I'm very much hoping that we can make this little community where we go and do things, help out each other out, and, you know, just enjoy the games we all love together. So... make sure to check it out. Maybe one of you has an idea. Would be absolutely glorious. That said, we are going to go and continue adjusting some bot programming here. What is mechanical frame saw 5? He doesn't have any log yet, so we're good to check it. Okay, so this is that guy. So we will go and put in... no. I mean, we can repeat for... well, so first things first. We will repeat... until... I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, how we will repeat. So I would like to say repeat until this thing's full, but if we do that, you know, there may be periods where this guy doesn't have anything to do. Which is fine, to be honest, if the thing's nearly full. Okay, we'll do it like this for the time being. We'll see if it works out, right? So we'll let this guy, given that it's also the same production chain, repeat until that is full, and then of course do the repeat for everything. So that way, while this is full, we will have less of a drain from this log storage piling up here, which we really don't need that, right? So I mean, now the log storage is still quite empty, but that's also due to the log cabins being built, and you know, a lot of planks being drained and all. I do hope that that is somewhat going to equalize itself now. That's, you know, we're hopefully a little better off in terms of all those materials. And there are all those log cabins built. So that's good. That's beautiful. I like that. And, well, you know, hopefully, this will now stabilize. We'll see. We'll find out. Moving on from that one, we do have a lot of a task at hand up here. Now, what we do need for this task, first things first, and we'll start out, I would say, with the whole cereal thing, because we do already have a quern ready to go somewhere here, as far as I remember. Maybe not. Where's it? Oh, it's the rotary quern still. Chilling over there. So, we do have this already good to go, basically. And we do now kind of need to put that into the whole production chain. Now, the question being, where in the world do we want to make that production chain happen? Stuff in the way. Never too helpful. So we're going through it all on the side. And we will go and pick up that rotary quern again. Now I am in the way, of course. So, I would say we'll be looking at putting things here for the time being. Now what I do need to find out myself, and which was the seeds to... Ooh. This was the, okay, this was the usable products, and this was the planty products, I remember. So, we'll go and grab 2 of these cereal seeds to check out, after producing this, if we can store this in a, you know, one of these crates, or if we need a silo for the flour, right? That's an important bit of information, I would argue. So, compost bin, also something I do probably eventually want to check out. For fertilizing the fields and all would be quite helpful. That said, we also do need to check, select some new research in a second. You can see right here that we can go ahead and store the flour like that, which is beautiful news, I would argue. Now we are going to go move that rotary quern one down and this one over. That way we can be a little more space efficient to the side, I would argue, and we can go and stack this up a good bit. So with that out of the way, I would say that we need to find out how to actually cook this stuff. Well, bake, ideally, which I guess we need a crude oven for, which it does look like we don't have yet. So we're going to go and get one put right there, and all our bots should be building that for us in no time. Now, in the meanwhile, we can already go and get ourselves a bot going, which will be making all the flour for us, basically, which should also already go and make us some space right here, I suppose. Which is always a good thing, because then, you know, the harvesting can continue, everything can fill up again, and everything, so that's quite nice. Now, we're going to go remove this. You, my little guy, are going to move to the cereal storage and take from the cereal storage until your hands are full, which should mean that he gets 6. Now we need 2 cereal seeds per production run, so that should be totally fine. Then he will go over here, add to rotary quern, until his hands are empty. And that should make 3 units of flour. So, now I need to kind of go and make the actual flour myself, so we got to remove all that again. So that's the first bit, right? Then he will find nearest crude flour in, move to crude flour, pick up crude flour for 3 times, not until hands are full, because his hands are not going to be full with 3 units of flour. No, times 3. And then he will go and move to the crude flour storage and to the crude flour storage until his hands are empty. And repeat that. Repeat that until something is full, which the something shall be this flour storage, and then he can repeat that whole ordeal forever. That is one complex code, but that's going to run well, I hope, and he can get going with that right away. Look at the amount of cereal seeds flowing right out of there. Beautiful. Now, my question being, why is this not starting back up? Until cereal seed storage 7 is full. Which one is that? That one. But until cereal seed storage 7 is full. It is not full. So, you know, you should be continuing, I would hope. Why is that one not working? That one's definitely not, or is full red. Oh, it counts as full as long as it's red. So that's interesting. Apparently, if it's even at 390 or something out of 400, which is technically, you know, not full, as long as it blinks red, that kind of means it's full. So that's good to know. I had no clue in the world. But yeah, so that's working flawlessly. I was getting worried for a quick second. Apparently we've got nothing to worry about, so that's all fine, all beautiful. I am happy with that. And now with this, should mean that all the harvesting is instantly going to resume, as you can see right here. And we do have a good bunch of flour coming in, which is absolutely beautiful. Now with that flour coming in, we will go and not demolish that. Do we seriously not have sticks set up right there? Really? How in the world do we not have sticks set up? You cannot be for real. I mean, apparently we don't. Wow, okay. Apparently we need to set up sticks, out of all things. I would have totally thought that we had set that up ages ago. But yeah, so, we'll go, set that up. We'll go and tell this little guy to move to the stick storage tank until his hands are full. Then he can place himself like here. Right, and then he can go and add to a blueprint in a certain area, which is a 9x9, as far as I remember. So it should be that one. No, what? 9? Oh yeah, right. 9x9 like that. Right, cool. So, that is that. And we will go and repeat this thing until his hands are empty. And then repeat the entire thing forever. Cool. Get going, my little guy. That should go and set us up correctly. I am wondering why we have this extra threshing machine here, to be honest. I do not recall why we had that. We've got one for this, we've got one for that. Why do we have a third one? If you guys remember, please remind me why there's another threshing machine standing around here. I'm a bit lost about that one, not gonna lie. In any case, we're gonna go and pick up this little oven, and we're gonna slap it down all the way up top here. And then we can make sure... Oh, flooring! We need flooring. We will, first things first, make sure to put down some flooring, because we do require flooring to operate this. Just gonna make it nice and big. Why in the world not, I guess. We've got all the materials and all the bots to make things now for us, so that's quite nice. And then we can go and grab this thing. Question kind of being also, how do I want to put it down, because I do technically not really want to block off everything out here. Maybe we do it like that, and then we put the crates right there, but like a little turn to the side or something. In any case, we've got crude bread then here, which is nice, but we do need crude dough for that. So we're missing something for a production step, and we're also really starting to miss some space. I'm guessing for the crude dough, we do have the kitchen table, right? Which is a bit of an issue, because we do need like a fully fledged building for that. Yes. Oh, and we need water. Oh my god, that is way more complicated than I thought it would ever be. Okay. I do feel that we need to move the cooking operations away a little bit. So, let's go and pull that down. And we will go and get that moved to a different spot. I mean, maybe even just right here. No, I think we're going to do it up there. I kind of want to do it up here. And get like a proper little building going for all the cooking operations. I am wondering how we set this up here. Interesting bit that there's no flooring around that, but I guess if we were to set up flooring here, it doesn't really look better like that, does it? I would love flooring that actually goes to the edge of the wall, I guess. But you can't have everything. So, let us go tear this down first and foremost, because I will need like a lot of walls and stuff, right? Well, you know, first things first, I do need to actually use these walls up myself. And then we will go and slap down like a lot of wall blueprints here, because that is going to take absolute ages to get the stone together for that, and for the bot to run back and forth to make that. So the earlier we get this going, the better, I would say. And then what we do also want is a little crude door arch, which in fact, well, the door frame we'll just be making ourselves, I guess. And then that should be setting us up to get the building going. What we also do maybe want to do is make a little more in terms of flooring. because we are kind of very low on that. So, you know, that can all get going pretty much. And then we will have these things produced for us. Now, in the meanwhile, while we do that, we can already just start setting up the kitchen, I would argue. That would actually mean that we do need another kitchen table. So we do need to also get that going. Jesus Christ. Which I think we can still squeeze into there, given the work area of this. And the one thing I'm wondering about is if the mixing pot is then where we can go and make the... Nope. Is the cooking pot. Yes, it's the cooking pot where we can make the watery porridge. And we need water and clay pots and cereal seeds, and oh my god, that is going to be so complicated to make that food. Ah. You know, there's going to be way more complicated food in the future, so I can tell you I'm already quite worried about this, not going to lie. What I am actually wondering about too is if this food is maybe already too advanced for our settlers. So, like, looking at the oven, right? This here is for a level 3 settler, I guess. Which this should be a level... Yeah, that's a level 3. Wow, okay. So that is quite complex indeed. Which is fine, but, you know, a bit worrying for what the future may bring in terms of complexity, I have to say. We're going to go grab the extra bits of flooring right here. And enlarge that a little. But I do have to say, I feel that we want even more wall stuff going on. And why is this not making any progress whatsoever? Because there's no stones. Why is there no stones? We're out of stones. Okay, that is a bit of an issue. So we do need to amp up that stone production significantly, which means definitely a lot of upgrading to do here. A lot of upgrading. Holy moly. That is like, I never thought we would ever run out of stones, to be honest, but that is definitely an issue right now, so we do need to do something about that, most certainly. Aside from that, though, I guess we've got to get this going. So what we will get going for now, for the time being, right, is this being worked with? Not really, is it? To my knowledge, not. No, I mean, there's no recipe set, so that's definitely not being worked with. So we're going to go grab this thing. And... oh, we can already grab the kitchen table too, so that's nice. So we can at least get those basics set up. And we do have enough crates as well, I hope. Well, in fact, we don't, because there's going to be a lot of input materials needed. But well, we do have a lot for starters, right? So, Jesus Christ, we need to make this quite big, don't we? I mean, there's going to be like... okay, technically out here we only have 2 input materials. Well, only, right. We only have 2 input materials, everyone. And 1 output, but there's going to be a lot more to put in. So, the kitchen table will be resting right there. And that will need the wall, of course, to operate. In fact, it can't even rest right there. Oh, God, lag. That wasn't intended. It cannot even rest right there. We need more flooring. So we do need like some output crates and stuff. Oh, wait. That was not the idea. Then we go and move. Move. That to there. Or in fact, no, wait. This can totally be there. Okay. So the dough, of course, being output here to be worked with in the stove can kind of just go straight into that crate, right? And then, I mean, here we technically need some flour, so what we can already do today is get a bot going that moves the flour over. Then we need more space to put the cooking pots. I mean, yes, sure, we could kind of leave it outside the building, but I don't like it. If we already get like a whole kitchen thing going, we may as well get the cooking pot going inside the building, even if it doesn't need the walls, and even if it doesn't need the floor. Same thing for this, so we're going to do it properly. I prefer it like that, so, you know. Hope you guys are fine with that. Now, that said, I'm going to call that little bot over, and we're going to tell him to grab flour. And while we move over there... oh no, we need to wait. Okay. So, grab the flour until your hands are full. Add to that flour storage until your hands are empty. Repeat the entire deal. I mean, pretty much, we can just do forever because he's going to stop when this thing is full, evidently, right? He can't put anything more in, so totally fine. And the best thing is he's already going to be waiting with more to be put in there, so that's nice. So that'll already start being moved over now. Out here we do, of course, need the wall, so we can't, unfortunately, quite configure this stuff yet. But what we can do is have a quick check on what ingredients do need to go into that crude dough, which is watery porridge and also the flour. So that's an interesting giveaway, because we can technically just pull the flour from here, which we will probably also do. We don't need to do another crate stack when we don't really need it. The thing is, we can't even do another crate stack, because, well, quite unfortunately, we are out of flippin' crates. So, you know, making more of those down there. In fact, we do have some more standing around there, which I do suspect are for us to tear down. I would say so. We're going to tear these down. And put them up right here. So that is going to be everything that we need for these two tables, and you can see the flour is already happily being moved over by this little guy, which is absolutely beautiful. Now that is not even close to what needs to be done yet, because we do need to, in the next episode then, go ahead and set that cooking pot up right here-ish, get the porridge going, get the dough going, get the bread going, and that is also only all after we've encircled this entire thing, moved all the materials over, and got the bots going for it. So that's going to be a huge task. Aside that, we really need to set a research target. That's going to be the first thing we do. And we also need to ensure that there's going to be way more stones flowing in right here, because as you can see, we are way too slow with our stone production currently. So lots of things to tackle there in the next episode. For today, though, we're ending this off right here. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and want to stay around for future episodes, also please consider smashing that subscribe button right down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it in order to stay up to date whenever a new episode comes out on the channel. With all those things out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next episode very soon. Ciao.